everybody, welcome to another episode of Ghostly Haunts, where I show you guys how to make witchy, gothic-y inspired crafts. In today's episode, in honor of spring being here, I'm showing you guys how to make 3 very different spring-inspired crafts. These crafts definitely range from being kind of more on the witchy side to being more on the gothic-y sides. Hopefully, you guys can find one of these crafts that you like to make, or at least are inspired by. The 3 crafts I'm showing you guys how to make are, one is a wreath. Mine has a purple, green, and black theme going on, but you can do whatever theme you want. The next craft I'll be showing you guys is how to make this bat plant pot holder. Now, I don't have a plant here because I am not gifted at the gardening thing. Maybe I'll try and find a plant that's low maintenance to put in here. But again, I have a bat plant pot holder. The last craft I'm going to show you guys how to make is this witch cauldron tea light. Now I decided to also put some of these fake flowers that I got from Michael's. I had lots of extra ones from the wreath craft, just to make it a little bit more springy and blue. But you can just make a tea light if you want to, or you can make it just another pot holder. Whatever your heart desires here. If you guys are interested in seeing how I made any one of these 3 crafts, then keep on watching. The first craft we will be tackling today is the wreath. The things you will need will be fake flowers. I chose black, white, and purple flowers for my wreath. A wreath. This is a grapevine wreath from Michael's. A glue gun and glue stick to attach the flowers onto the wreath. Your choice of decorations for the wreath. I chose this black suede cord as well as these glass vase pendants. I didn't actually end up using the white lace or the bat wing pendants, but you get the idea. You can decorate it however you would like. And lastly, you'll need scissors. Once you've collected all your materials, we are ready to begin. First, we're going to go and grab our wreath as well as our fake flowers and start pulling off the fake flowers from their stems. For the most part, they are pretty easy to pop off, so I'm just going to do that with the white, black, and then purple flowers. And then on the purple flowers, I'm going to be using some of the stems just for some greenery on my wreath. So you're going to want to arrange these flowers how you would like them on the wreath. Once you've got your arrangement how you like it, you're going to want to hot glue them in place. Hot glued fake flowers down? That's a check. You can either stop there on your wreath and just add on something to hang your wreath with, or you can continue like I am here by adding these glass vials as well as some black cord onto my wreath just for some added elements. And I like when things dangle on wreaths or just in general. Don't take that wrong. Just ignore me. So in order to make sure that these stay in place, I'm going to be hot gluing the pendants on to my wreath, like so. You can see with your eyeballs. Yes, you can. Now that those 3 pendants are glued down, I'm just going to cut off the excess cord that I don't want. Last, we're going to double knot a piece of cord onto here. That is how I'm hanging my wreath. Just to secure it into a loop, I'm going to hot glue the very tips down and press. If you watched my ornament video, it's how I hung most of my ornaments as well. Here is my completed wreath. I hope you guys enjoyed this first craft. Moving on to our second craft, we are doing this bat plant pot holder. Things you'll need for this are obviously a pot holder as well as the little thingy that goes under it. I forgot what that's called, but you see it here. Outdoor paint, I chose this black patio paint as well as this acrylic paint marker. That's optional if you want to draw a little face onto your little that guy. You also need some female soft clay as well as some clay tools, a pencil and cardboard to draw that bat wing out on, a glue stick as well as a glue gun, And lastly, you're going to need a paintbrush. First thing you're going to want to do is grab your pot as well as your cardboard and create your bat wing. I would recommend making a smaller bat wing, but you can make any size you want. A smaller one will just ensure that it stays on the pot better. It won't get broken off as easily. It won't be as heavy. So you're going to want to grab your clay and your clay tool, and you're going to start kneading your clay with your hands to warm it up. Once you've done that, you're going to want to flatten out that piece of clay and place your cardboard bat wing right on top and cut it out with that clay tool. If you would like a more in-depth discussion as well as tips on how to use this Fimo clay, check out my other video where I made a bat coaster, and I'll link that in the cards above. Once you've cut out your bat wing, you're just going to want to soften the edges with your fingers. You're going to want to follow these same steps for the second bat wing. Now I also decided to create little ears for my bat. These are kind of the shape of candy corn, not too difficult of a shape to do. So once you're done, bake at 230 for 30 minutes. Once they're baked, allow them to cool completely. Before moving on to this step, you're going to want to grab your black patio paint and start painting away on all of those pieces. Allow the paint to dry and you're ready to move on to the next step, which is hot gluing your bat wings on to your pot. Now the first bat wing is obviously easy to put on because you can place it wherever you would like, but the second bat wing you have to be a little bit more careful and take a little bit more time to make sure that those two bat wings are parallel with one another. You're going to want to do the same thing with the ears. Once you glue these on, you can't take them off, so just make sure to double check your work, touch up any paint that you need to, and this bat pot is complete. The only thing left for you to do is add some soil and a plant to this guy. On to the very last DIY, which is this Witch Cauldron tea light. The materials you'll need to make this is the tea light candle holder thing, whatever you want to call that lantern guy. These are optional, but I'm going to be using these wired fake flowers. You're also going to need some sort of black paint. I'm using black acrylic paint, but you also can use the black patio paint we used earlier. If you do plan on trying this outside and are using the acrylic paint, I would recommend using some of the outdoor Mod Podge that you can get. You're also going to need a hot glue gun and hot glue stick, as well as a paintbrush. If you are planning on using this tea light lantern as a lantern, you're also going to need to get an LED tea light to put inside. The first step is transforming this tea light into a cauldron. What I'm going to be doing to help emphasize the cauldron look is adding the triple moon goddess symbol, but you can add whatever symbol you would like with your hot glue gun. It's not too difficult to do, it just takes a little bit of patience and a steady hand to make sure you don't mess up the crescent moons in particular. But I'm going to be going over it once with the glue gun and then over it again just to make it thicker in order to stand out more once we paint it black. Double check that your hot glue is cold to the touch, and now you can begin painting your cauldron black. I again am using this black acrylic paint, but you can also use the black patio paint that we used earlier. I just wanted to show you guys a different option in case you don't want to go out and purchase that black patio paint. Depending on your preference for how well you want to see the tea light through the lantern, you can paint on one coat or multiple coats of this paint to make it either sheer or opaque.
If you plan on putting your lantern outdoors and you use the acrylic paint, I would grab some outdoor Mod Podge and apply a thin, even coat to seal in the paint and make it last a little bit longer. Once everything has dried, you're going to want to grab your LED tea light. I got this waterproof one from the Dollar Tree. Taking that LED light and placing it right inside my lantern. Now you can stop here and your cauldron will be complete, or you can do what I'm doing, which is adding some floral arrangements to this lantern. Here's my completed cauldron. Here's how all three of them turned out.
Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed these 3 very different spring Gothic-y inspired crafts. If you did, please let me know by giving this video a like. And if you have any ideas for any future ghostly haunts you would like to see, please let me know in the comments below. Hope you guys are having a spooky week, and I will see you in my next video.